I still remember Emma smiling at me across the cafeteria table. "You're late again," she said, but her voice was soft, not annoyed. I dropped my bag and laughed. "I know. Professor Harris wouldn't stop talking." Sophie snorted. "That man loves his own voice." Rachel looked up from her laptop. "You're exaggerating. He's just thorough." Olivia sat beside me, quiet as always, and nudged my arm. "You okay?" she whispered. I nodded. In moments like that, I felt safe, like I belonged. "Ethan, you're staring," Sophie said, raising an eyebrow. "What?" I asked. "Nothing," Emma said quickly, brushing her hair back. "He always does that." I smiled. "I like looking at you guys." Rachel sighed. "You're too sentimental." Sophie laughed. "That's why we keep him." Olivia didn't laugh, but she smiled at me, and that was enough. I thought, this is my life. This is happiness. I never imagined how fragile it was. Lucas joined us a few minutes later. "Sorry," he said, flashing that easy grin. "Got caught up with Mason." Sophie waved him off. "Sit down, hero." Lucas sat across from me and clapped my shoulder. "You good, man?" "Always," I said. I meant it. Everyone trusted Lucas. He was charming, helpful, calm. Even I trusted him. Why wouldn't I? He had never given me a reason not to. At least that's what I believed then. "Ethan, are you coming to the study group tonight?" Rachel asked. "Yeah," I said. "I promised." Emma hesitated. "Actually, we might change the time." I frowned. "Why?" She glanced at Lucas, then back at her drink. "We'll text you." Sophie stood up. "I need coffee. Olivia?" Olivia followed her without a word. Rachel closed her laptop. "I should go too." Suddenly, it was just me and Lucas. The table felt too big. "You notice they've been acting weird?" I asked. Lucas tilted his head. "Weird how?" "I don't know," I said. "Distant." He chuckled. "You're overthinking it. They're just stressed." I nodded, but my chest felt tight. "Yeah, probably." Lucas stood. "Relax, Ethan. You worry too much." He smiled again, and for a second, I felt stupid for doubting anything at all. Later that night, I caught Sophie whispering to Emma in the hallway. When they saw me, Sophie stopped mid-sentence. "Hey," I said. "What's up?" Emma forced a smile. "Nothing." "You sure?" Sophie crossed her arms. "Why are you always asking?" I blinked. "We're busy," she said. Olivia stood behind them, eyes on the floor. I looked at her. "Liv?" She didn't answer. She just walked away. I found Rachel in the library. "Did I do something wrong?" I asked quietly. She didn't look up. "Why would you think that? Everyone's avoiding me." She sighed. "You're being dramatic." "I'm serious," I said. "If I messed up, tell me." She finally met my eyes. "Maybe you should think about how you make people feel." My stomach dropped. "What does that mean?" She packed her bag. "Ask Lucas." That night, I texted Emma. "Did I hurt you?" No reply. I called Sophie. She didn't answer. I stared at my phone until my eyes burned. My room felt smaller than usual. Too quiet. I replayed every conversation in my head, searching for a mistake. "I wouldn't hurt them," I whispered to myself. "I'd never do that." The words sounded weak even to me. The next day, I walked into class and saw Lucas sitting with them. They were laughing. When Emma noticed me, her smile vanished. She looked away like I wasn't there. Lucas met my eyes instead. He didn't laugh. He didn't speak. He just smiled slowly, like he knew something I didn't. And in that moment, I felt it. Something sharp. Something breaking inside my chest. Chapter 2. I walked into the common room and felt every voice stop. Someone whispered my name. Someone laughed like it was a joke. Sophie stood up so fast her chair scraped. "So you finally decided to show your face," she said. "What are you talking about?" I asked. My heart was already racing. Lucas sat on the couch with his head down. His hands were shaking. Emma hovered beside him. "Ethan," she said softly, "please just tell the truth." My chest tightened. "Tell the truth about what?" Lucas looked up slowly. His eyes were red. "I didn't want things to end like this," he said. "I tried to protect everyone." Sophie snapped. "Protect us from you." I stepped back. "From me?" Rachel crossed her arms. "Lucas told us everything." "Everything about what?" I asked. My voice sounded weak even to me. "About how you manipulated us," Sophie said. "About how you lied," Rachel added. Emma whispered, "About how you cheated on all of us." "That's not true," I said. "I never did that." "Stop lying," Sophie shouted. Lucas flinched. "Please don't yell," he said quietly. "This is already hard." Emma moved closer to him. "Why would you hurt us like this?" she asked me. "I didn't hurt anyone," I said. "Ask me what really happened. Just ask me." No one asked. Rachel stepped closer. "Lucas showed us messages," she said. "Screenshots." "They're fake," I said. "He made them up." Lucas shook his head. "Why would I lie?" he asked. "I trusted you like a brother." Sophie pointed at me. "You enjoyed controlling us," she said. "You liked watching us doubt ourselves," Rachel added. "That never happened," I said. My chest burned. "You're turning everything upside down." Emma started crying. "I defended you," she said. "I really did. But I saw the proof." She wiped her face. "I can't ignore it." I reached for her hand. "Emma, please listen to me." She pulled away like my touch hurt. That moment crushed me. Olivia stood near the door, silent. I looked straight at her. "You know me," I said. "Say something." She opened her mouth, then closed it. She said nothing. "Say something," I begged. Sophie scoffed. "She doesn't need to." "Because she understands the truth," Rachel said. Lucas wiped his eyes. "I never wanted to ruin your life," he said. "I just couldn't stay quiet anymore." "You're lying," I said. "Look at me when you say that." He didn't look up. Everyone still believed him. Professor Harris walked in. "What's going on here?" he asked. Sophie answered immediately. "He's been emotionally abusing people," she said. Rachel nodded. "Manipulating everyone." Harris looked at me. "Ethan?" "It isn't true," I said. "I can explain everything." Lucas whispered, "Please don't. Turn this into a scene." Harris sighed. "Ethan, you should leave for now." No questions. No defense. After that, everything collapsed. People stared at me in the hallways. "That's him," someone said. "Disgusting," another voice replied. A girl pulled her friend away from me. A guy bumped into my shoulder on purpose. "Watch where you walk," he said. I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to ask me what really happened. No one did. "Why won't anyone ask me?" I whispered as I walked. I said it in the bathroom mirror. I said it on the stairs. I said it under my breath in class. Lucas sat ahead of me, calm and relaxed. Emma sat next to him. Neither of them looked back. My chest felt empty, like something had been torn out. Sophie stopped me outside the building. "Stay away from us," she said. "All of you," I replied quietly. Rachel joined her. "You need help," she said. "Admit what you did." "I just need 5 minutes," I said. 5 minutes to explain." She shook her head. "I already listened to Lucas." Emma stood behind them, crying. She refused to meet my eyes. Mason blocked me later. "You really screwed up," he said. "I didn't do anything," I replied. He laughed. "Sure you didn't." He walked away smiling. I felt smaller than ever. I ran into Professor Harris again that evening. "Ethan," he said, "take some time away from campus." "For what?" I asked. "For everyone's safety," he replied. I nodded because fighting felt pointless. I saw Olivia near the dorms. "Liv," I said. She stopped. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I don't know who to believe." "Believe me," I said. She shook her head. "I can't." She walked away. Something inside me cracked. Daniel called me that night. "What did you do?" he asked. "Nothing," I said. "Then why is everyone saying this?" "Because they trust him," I said. Daniel was quiet. "I don't," he said. I laughed bitterly. "It doesn't matter." I hung up. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Messages weren't questions. They were attacks. Trash, monster, liar. Someone wrote, "You deserve this." I typed replies and deleted them. Words meant nothing now. I sat on my bed and stared at the wall. Everything was gone. Not slowly. Not over time. In one single day. I whispered, "I didn't do this." The silence answered me. That was when I knew I had lost everything. I replayed every conversation in my head, every smile, every promise. I kept asking myself where it went wrong. I kept waiting for my phone to ring with someone saying they believed me. It never happened. I lay back and stared at the ceiling, listening to my own breathing. I realized something terrifying then. Truth did not matter if no one wanted to hear it. Love did not matter if trust was gone. I had walked into that room believing I was safe. I walked out knowing I was alone. In a single day, I lost my friends, my future, and the people I loved. And no matter how loudly I screamed inside, the world had already decided who I was. That truth settled in chest and refused to let me breathe. I wake up to someone laughing outside my door. "He's still here?" a voice says. Another replies, "Of course he is. Guys like him don't feel shame." I sit up slowly. My chest feels tight, like something heavy is sitting on it. I open the door and see Mason leaning against the wall. He grins. "Morning," he says. "Sleep well after ruining everyone's lives?" I don't answer. He laughs anyway. "That silence? Yeah, that's guilt." In the hallway, two girls stop, talking when I pass. One whispers, "That's him?" The other says, "Gross." I keep walking, staring at the floor. My stomach hurts, but I know I won't eat. At the cafeteria entrance, Sophie steps in front of me. "Relax," she says with a fake smile. "I'm not scared of you anymore." "I never wanted you scared," I say quietly. She leans closer. "That's what manipulators say." People nearby start watching. Someone pulls out a phone. I turn and walk away. I sit alone at a table. Lucas walks in a minute later with Emma and Rachel. Mason follows him, talking loud on purpose. "Some people really know how to play victims," Mason says. Lucas sighs like he's tired. "Let it go," he says calmly. "I don't want drama." That hurts more than yelling. Emma doesn't look at me. Rachel does, just once. Her eyes are cold. "Consequences," she says, like it explains everything. In class, Professor Harris clears his throat. "Group assignment," he announces. People move their chairs. No one looks at me. I raise my hand. "Sir?" He pauses, then says, "You'll work alone." Someone snickers. I feel my face burn. After class, I follow him. "Please," I say. "I didn't do what they're saying." He sighs. "Ethan, it's better if you keep distance right now." "Distance from what?" I ask. He doesn't answer. He just walks away. Outside, Mason bumps into me on purpose. Watch it, he says. I don't react. He laughs. Man, you're boring now. He turns to his friends. Guess he lost his power. They laugh. I keep walking. I tell myself not to care, but every word sticks. Near the library, Emma finally speaks to me. Why are you always around? She asks. I'm not, I say. I just needed a book. She looks exhausted. You broke us, she whispers. I trusted you. I never lied to you, I say. My voice shakes. She shakes her head. You don't get to decide that. She walks away, and I feel something tear inside me. Later, I see Olivia by the stairs. Liv, I say softly. She freezes. Please. Don't, she says without turning. I can't hear your voice anymore. I didn't do this, I say. She swallows. Every time you say that, it hurts more. She leaves. I stand there, staring at nothing. Daniel finds me sitting outside that night. You skipped dinner again, he says. I'm fine, I reply. He pushes a sandwich toward me. Eat. I push it back. What's the point, I ask. He frowns. Fight back. Tell people. I laugh quietly. They already decided. I haven't, he says. You matter to me. I stand up. Please stop, I say. I can't handle hope right now. He looks hurt. I walk away anyway. Days pass like this. Sarcasm replaces greetings. Careful, someone says as I walk by. He'll twist your words. Laughter follows. Messages hit my phone. Lies, memes, edited screenshots. I stop replying. I stop defending myself. Lucas never says my name, but everyone else does it for him. He doesn't need to touch me. His silence guides them. One afternoon, I hear Sophie laugh behind me. Unbelievable, she says. He still acts normal. Rachel replies, that's how they survive. I want to turn around. I don't. My hands shake. That night, I lock myself in the bathroom. I stare at the mirror. My eyes look empty. My face looks thinner. Who are you? I whisper. I don't recognize the man staring back. I didn't do this, I say again. The words sound weak now. I grip the sink and breathe slowly. Love didn't fade. It twisted. It sharpened. It turned into cruelty. And standing there alone, I realize it's changing me into someone I don't know. Someone who is slowly disappearing. Chapter 4. Sit alone on my bed and listen to the building breathe. Pipes knock inside the walls. Someone laughs somewhere down the hall. My phone lights up, then goes dark again. I whisper, I'm so tired. The room doesn't answer. I open my notes and stare at the blank page until my eyes burn. Then I start typing. I'm sorry, I write. I couldn't fix this. I stop, delete it, then write it again. Please remember me for who I tried to be. My hands shake. So hard I have to put the phone down. I breathe in. I breathe out. Just say goodbye, I tell myself. Don't explain, don't beg. I type Daniel's name first. You tried, I write. You were the only one who stayed. I pause, thinking of his voice. Eat something, he always said. You matter. My throat tightens. I add, don't blame yourself. Then, you were my brother. I stare at the words, then send them before I can change my mind. Open a new message. Emma's name sits there like it weighs 1,000 pounds. I don't know how to talk to her anymore. I don't accuse her. I don't defend myself. I loved you, I type. I really did. I hesitate, then add, I hope you're happy. My finger hovers. I whisper, goodbye, and press send. My chest feels empty and crushed at the same time. I start messages to Sophie and Rachel. I erase both. Every sentence sounds like a fight. I don't have the strength to fight anymore. I close my eyes and memories rush in. Sophie laughing too loud. Rachel explaining things patiently. Emma falling asleep on my shoulder. Late nights. Shared jokes. Promises that felt unbreakable. I'm sorry, I whisper again. I open Olivia's name last. My fingers freeze. I never lied to you, I type. I just needed you to ask me. I delete that line and replace it with, I'm tired of being strong. I stare at the screen for a long time. Then I send it. My hands go numb. I stand up and leave the room. The night air hits my face, cold and clean. Just keep walking, I tell myself. Each step feels heavy, but I don't stop. I remember hands that felt safe, words that felt true. I remember thinking I was loved. I did my best, I say to the dark. It doesn't argue with me. The place is quiet when I arrive. No lights, no voices, just space. I sit and listen to my breathing slow down. I think about breakfast jokes and shared music. I think about being believed without proof. I think about rest. I want it to stop, I say. The calm in my voice scares me more than fear ever did. My phone buzzes again. I don't look. I turn it off. I'm done fighting, I whisper. My mind flickers. Stay. Go. Stay. Go. Olivia's eyes flash in my head, the way she used to understand my silence. Too late, I say, even though part of me doesn't believe. Yet I talk to myself like I'm already gone. You loved honestly, I say. You tried to be good. I list small things. Helping Daniel. Listening when Emma cried. Walking Olivia home. I list mistakes too. Trusting the wrong person. Staying quiet too long. I forgive myself, I whisper. Saying it feels final. Footsteps rush behind me. Wait! A voice cries. I turn. Olivia stands there shaking, tears streaming down her face. Please, she says. I don't know what's true, but please don't. My chest tightens. I'm exhausted, I tell her. She steps forward, then stops. I don't know how to save you, she says. That's okay, I reply. Softly. She reaches out, her hand trembling. If you go, she sobs, I'll never forgive myself. I breathe in slowly. I forgive you, I say. She cries my name again and again. I look past her. I just want quiet, I whisper. I step forward. Everything blurs. Sound stretches thin. Darkness closes in. Somewhere far away, a voice calls my name. Sirens rise and fall. Hands move me. Someone says, "Hold on." I try to speak, but the words sink. Then there is nothing. I wake up to a soft beeping sound and a dull ache everywhere. My eyes feel heavy. When I try to move, a gentle voice says, "Easy now." I open my eyes and see a woman in blue. "I'm Linda," she says. "You're in the hospital." I swallow. "So I didn't die," I say. She gives a small smile. "No, you're still here." I stare at the ceiling. I don't know how to feel about that. She doesn't answer. She just adjusts the machine and says, "You're safe." After a while, she asks, "Do you want to see your friend?" "Daniel," I say without thinking. She nods and steps out. When Daniel walks in, his face crumples. "Hey," he says like the word hurts. "Hey," I reply. "You stayed." "Of course I did," he says. He sits close. "You scared the hell out of me." "I'm sorry," I say. "Don't," he snaps softly. "Don't apologize for surviving." I close my eyes, but voices leak in from the hallway. "This proves it," someone says. Another voice replies, "Then he lied." I open my eyes. "What's going on?" I ask. Daniel looks tired. "While you were out," he says, "people started talking." "About me?" I ask. He shakes his head. "About Lucas." Linda comes back with water. Slow sips, she says. I drink. My hands tremble. Did he admit it? I ask. Daniel's jaw tightens. Not at first. He leans closer. I confronted him. I said, "Why did you fake those messages?" I imagine Lucas's calm face cracking. What did he say? I ask. He said, "I just edited them," Daniel replies. Like that made it better. More voices drift past. You ruined him, Sophie says sharply. You wanted attention, Rachel adds. Emma's voice breaks. I trusted you. Lucas sounds smaller than I remember. I didn't think it would go this far, he says. I feel nothing. Not anger, not relief. Just quiet. Linda checks my IV. Breathe with me, she says. I breathe. People are apologizing, Daniel continues. Posting screenshots saying they were wrong. Are they asking for me? I ask. He hesitates. Some are, he says. Most are just ashamed. I nod. Shame sounds familiar. I hear Olivia outside. I should have asked him, she says, crying. I should have listened. Someone answers. We all should have. I turn my head toward the window. The sky looks pale. I don't want to see anyone, I say. Daniel nods. That's okay. What about Lucas now? I ask. Daniel sighs. People stopped talking to him. Groups kicked him out. Professors don't trust him anymore. Does he regret it? I ask. He says he does, Daniel replies. Now. I close my eyes. It doesn't feel like justice. It feels late. Linda smiles gently. Rest, she says. Healing takes time. I don't feel broken, I say. I feel empty. She rests a hand on my arm. Empty still heals, she says. As Daniel stands to leave, he says, You don't have to forgive anyone. I nod. I'm not ready to feel anything, I say. He squeezes my hand. Just stay, he says. I stay. The truth comes out without me. The power shifts without me. I lie there breathing, alive, watching it all from a distance, feeling nothing at all. Chapter 6. Sit in the chair beside my hospital bed when Linda opens the door and says softly, You can see them now, but one at a time. I nod without looking up. My hands are steady, but my chest feels hollow. Emma comes in first. Her eyes are red and swollen. She doesn't sit at first. I'm sorry, she says. I should have listened. I look at her and say, Sit. She sits slowly. I loved you, she whispers. I answer, You loved the version of me Lucas gave you. She starts crying. Please forgive me. I shake my head. I'm not ready. Sophie comes in next, loud steps, then silence. I was wrong, she says. I let anger control me. I reply, You let cruelty speak for you. Her shoulders drop. I hated who I became, she says. I still do, I answer. She bites her lip. Please stay, she says. I look away. I can't. Rachel enters with her arms crossed, then uncrosses them. My pride blinded me, she says. I trusted logic over you. I say, Logic without. Listening is just noise. She nods slowly. I failed you. Yes, I say. She flinches but doesn't argue. Olivia stands at the door, barely breathing. I don't know how to say sorry, she says. I meet her eyes. Then say the truth. Her voice shakes. I was scared to choose wrong. I answer, So you chose nothing. Tears fall. She reaches out. I step back. That's the choice you made, I say. They come back together, voices overlapping. We were wrong. We're sorry. Please stay. My heart pounds. Revenge would be easy. Forgiveness feels impossible. I speak slowly. You broke my trust, I say. You broke my safety. Silence answers me. Lucas appears last, alone, smaller than before. I'm sorry, he says. I wanted control. I look at him. You wanted attention, I reply. You got it, he whispers. Please forgive me. I stand up. I choose myself, I say. I walk past them all and don't look back. I wake up early now. The room is quiet, but it doesn't feel empty anymore. Sunlight slips through the curtains and lands on the floor. I sit up and breathe. My phone buzzes. Daniel texts. You awake? I reply, yeah. He sends back, breakfast? I type, give me 10 minutes. That feels like progress. At the cafe, Daniel watches me eat like it's a victory. You finished it, he says. Don't make it a big thing, I reply. He smiles anyway. I'm proud of you. I shake my head. Just stay, I say. I am, he answers. That's enough. Therapy is strange at first. The therapist asks, why are you here? I say, because I didn't die. She nods. And how do you feel about that? I think for a long time. Confused, I say. But grateful. She says, survival isn't weakness. I repeat that sentence in my head all day. I build routines slowly. I wake up, I shower, I eat, I walk. Some days are harder, some nights are quiet in a way that hurts. When it does, I text Daniel. You okay? He asks. Not really, I answer. That's okay, he says. You don't have to be. I run into Emma one afternoon. She stops me. I think about it every day, she says. I should have asked you. I nod. I needed that, I reply. She cries. Can you forgive me? I look at her and say, I'm still learning how to forgive myself. She understands what that means. Sophie sees me from across the street and looks away. Rachel meets my eyes and nods once. Olivia mouths, take care. I don't chase any of them. I don't hate them either. Regret is something they have to carry, not me. Lucas fades quietly. People stop mentioning his name. He stops being important. I don't feel happy about it. I don't feel angry. He's just a chapter I finished reading. One night I sit on my bed and open old messages, lies, promises, silence. I delete them one by one. My hands don't shake. When I'm done, I put my phone down and step outside. The morning sun is warm on my face. I close my eyes and breathe. I didn't win by destroying anyone. I didn't win by being right. I won because I stayed. I lived, and that was my revenge.